GCN Radio Network.
Listen up, friends. This is Alex Jones with key information. The mainstream media is now admitting that we're going into a depression. Don't be dependent on the government for you and your family. You need to get your own supply of high-quality storable foods from efoodsdirect.com. They're the best company out there, the longest continually operating, with a ton of great food to choose from. It's all fresh, made on a monthly basis, not some old cruddy food they're selling you like some of the other guys. Try their new evacuation pack, a 2-week supply of delicious, easy-to-fix food. It comes with all the equipment you need to prepare it. With open talk of a strike on Iran in the next 3 months, the crisis in the Gulf, and possible evacuations, get yourself and your family ready today. The place to go is efoodsdirect.com. Go to their website online right now, efoodsdirect.com/Alex, or call 800-409-5633. Again, on the web, efoodsdirect.com/Alex, or give them a call at 800-409-5633.
You may be arrested and or subject to other police action.
Tyranny is here. The grim future foretold in 1984 has become reality.
It really says that the state is God.
The United States is now recognized globally as one of the most oppressive police states on earth. This film conclusively proves the existence of a secret network of FEMA camps, now being expanded nationwide. This documentary exposes how the continuity of government program has established an all-powerful shadow state. Police State 4 chronicles the sickening depths to which our republic has fallen. Prepare to enter the secretive world of emergency dictatorship. Body scanners, sound cannons, citizen spies, stage terror, and cameras on every street corner. It's only the beginning of the New World Order's hellish plan. The police state isn't coming. It's here. Secure your copy today at Infowars.com or see it online in the highest quality at PrisonPlanet.tv. Hi folks, this is Alex Jones, and I want to tell you about the Silver Lungs generator. Now you can produce pure and endless colloidal silver and deliver the solution directly into the bloodstream by breathing the solution through the lungs. The respiratory system is the first line of defense for airborne pathogens and viruses. The Silver Lungs generator infuses the respiratory system with your self-produced nano-silver solutions and also delivers the silver nanoparticles instantly into the bloodstream. With continued legislation threatening the sale of nano-silver products, you can now produce pure and endless colloidal silver with the Silver Lungs generator. Very easy to follow, step-by-step instructions are provided, making production fast and simple. Go to www.silverlungs.com today and learn more about the breakthrough technology of the Silver Lungs generator. That's www.silverlungs.com.
We now take you live
to the Central Texas Command Center
in the heart of the resistance. You're listening to The Alex Jones Show.
If you look at the public, white people, Hispanics, blacks, Asians, and you look at photographs of folks even 50 years ago, didn't matter what color they were, where they were from, their eyes looked more alive. Even if they were overweight, they looked healthier. You look at the public now, especially if you go to a water park, where you can really see people with their shirts off, and even if they're skinny, they look like zombies. They look unhealthy. White people kind of have greenish skin. Hispanics kind of have greenish brown skin. Black folks kind of have brownish green skin. People have got zits all over their faces and backs, even when they're old. They look like they've been hit by a mutation ray. And you have been hit by a mutation ray. And I've gone back and looked at dietary studies from the 40s and 50s. People were eating chicken fried steaks. People were eating giant platters of fried food. And yeah, they were having heart attacks and getting cancer and stuff, but they were not as fat as they are now. We know that bisphenol A causes obesity, breast cancer, other cancers, early onset of puberty in females, feminization of boys. They know all this. They know aspartame actually causes obesity. How many nutritionists and medical doctors have we had on to cover that? It causes permanent inflammation of the brain. All of these chemicals work together, and the system chose to allow this. If you go to Many European countries, this stuff is illegal, and their population doesn't look like this. Most of these chemicals are illegal in the food and water in France. The French have many statistically higher level of smoking cigarettes and drinking. And the media says, oh, it's red wine. That's why they're living to 81 and we're living to 74. No. Smoking 2-3 packs of cigarettes a day. Eating a lot more fattening foods. They don't eat preservatives. They won't put up with it. You look at French women when they're 70, they look like a 50-year-old American woman. The Germans have allowed most of this stuff, and they look almost as dumbed down and mutated as us. And again, I'm not up here on some dietary high horse. I was a health nut in high school and into college. Then I worked so hard in radio and TV, I kind of started hanging out with the radio guys who were drinking every night and, you know, eating T-bone steaks and kind of got out of shape. I've tried to get back into shape. Once you get out, it's very, very hard. When I'm up here preaching about this stuff, you know, I'm warning myself as well as you. And it's hard to avoid bisphenol A when you drink bottled water, when you're out on the road, or, you know, you're at an event and people are drinking whiskey, but you just want to have a Coca-Cola. And it's full of aspartame, full of bisphenol A, you know, full of corn syrup, depending on what you're drinking. You can't hardly find sugar candy or gum at a gas station that may have 50, 60 choices, and my children are begging for some candy, and it either has aspartame, almost all of it, including sugar, gum, and candy, or it's got corn syrup. And even chocolate has got corn syrup now. You can't find a sweet treat. You've got to mail order it. I have found Stripes gum has sugar in it, but it's still got some problem-causing dyes in it. But I'll occasionally give that to my children as a treat. Now I said I was going to open the phones up, and we are, for Pastor, Kathy, Tim, Jim, and others, but you are under chemical and biological attack. And we know they've been spiking measles, mumps, rubella jabs, H1N1 vaccines, other major vaccines with RNA. And every time they get caught adding these viruses, they say it's a mistake. But we have clearly evidence that it was not a mistake with Dr. Salk's polio vaccine that gave over 100 million Americans, the government estimates, deadly cancers that were unknown in humans previously. That particular virus, SV40, is communicable. We know that the UN has been caught on the back of a tetanus pathogen, adding a female hormone to sterilize women. They've been caught in India, Africa, Asia, and Latin America. This is all on record. You just search the term UN caught sterilizing women through vaccines. Just last Friday, in fact, will you reprint that for me, guys? Rockefeller Foundation called for vaccine to sterilize population. Since I mentioned it last Friday, I should actually read those passages. That was from 1966. Thank you. The point is, it's guaranteed this is going on. And now they want, of all these different classes, hundreds of them they're developing, hundreds that are being publicly developed, according to Wired Magazine and others, of these bioenhancing viruses. One of them, of course, is a herpes virus that's for life, that you can't get rid of, that piggybacks steroids associated with aggression and resistance and determination. And that's their own admissions, so you won't have stress or anger. And piggybacked on the herpes virus is that hormone class. It's a selection of hormones to where your brain can't even absorb them. I mean, this is really happening. And they come out and announce it like it's a good thing, and everybody's knocking down the clinic doors to get these shots. But you talk about selling your soul at CBS and ABC and NBC, all over the news, saying, look, we'll just start under the new Federal Health Care Act. Your employers will have to get your fat index. You'll be given higher taxes. You'll be regulated. You'll have elder care visit you. You'll have CPS visit you. It's already happening in Arkansas and other places. If your child is overweight by 1 pound, and their body index of what they say is natural and healthy is very skinny for most body types, because a lot of people, you know, have a husky body type. And so for them to be, quote, in shape or to be at a healthy body weight, you've got to be very, very skinny. And so they've put all these chemicals out there that make you obese, give you cancer, that destroy the fertility of men, that hyperfeminize women. They know full well what they are doing. In fact, before we go to your calls, here's the article. Rockefeller Foundation developed vaccines for mass-scale fertility reduction. PrisonPlanet.com by Jerian Massin. Excuse me, I said 1966. This is a 1968 report. In its 1968 yearly report, the Rockefeller Foundation acknowledged funding the development of so-called anti-fertility vaccines and the implementation of mass-scale. From page 51 onward, we read. And remember, one of Bill Gates' uncles, Bill Gates' dad, headed up Planned Parenthood. They worked for the Rockefellers. We've confirmed that. And this $100+ billion that these 40 billionaires have put in, $38 billion from the Gateses, $38 billion from Buffett, some more billions added by these other billionaires. The Rockefeller Foundation is running this. And remember the Times of London headline, billionaires meet in secret to plan population control, population reduction. And at the end of the article, it talks about a world government to carry this out. What does eco-science cover? And it says several types of drugs are known to diminish male fertility, but those have been tested have serious problems of toxicity. Yeah, bisphenol A. Look what's happening to our girls right now. Poor little things. I know a lot of women who are 18, 19, 20 years old getting breast cancer right now, and they're going in and burning those tumors out, and a lot of them are dying. Every time I get my hair cut or I talk to women in a grocery store or I hear women talking at a restaurant, it's about their daughters dying of cancer at 25. I've got employees whose girlfriends are dying of cancer or have died of cancer. Kids are dying all over the place in the news. Cancers are up by several thousand percentage points. And they're just killing us and enjoying it. They've deployed toxic sterilants against you. Because, see, by making a girl go into puberty when she's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, the media is saying 7, it's even younger. Yeah, it's hundreds of thousands at 7, but it's thousands at 3. Why do you think men that even exercise are getting what bodybuilders call female dog breast? I'm not going to use the pejorative term. Is that the word? You're being bathed in chemical and biological warfare. That's the cops, the military, all of us. And we just keep serving the bankers. Oh, there's another headline. Stomach cancer rate increases in young adults. Well, yeah, when you're eating BT corn and wheat and cottonseed oil that's killing the cows that they feed it to and killing the pigs they feed it to. A lot of pigs have the best olfactory nerve of any land animal, much better than a bloodhound. Most pigs will not eat GMO corn or GMO wheat or soybean seeds. Soybeans also have that same system in them, but that's the whole soybean. Soybean derivatives and cottonseed oil. Several types of drugs are known to diminish male fertility, but those that have been tested have serious problems of toxicity. This is from the Rockefeller Foundation. Very little work is in progress on immunological methods, such as vaccines, to reduce fertility, and much more research is required if a solution is to be found here. And then it goes into how they spend hundreds of millions of dollars in their report to develop these systems. And they've been caught doing it. I mentioned the tetanus shots earlier. Now, remember that report I covered yesterday, and guys, I know it's in yesterday's stack. Maybe you can dig it out or print it again. Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, tens of millions of dollars to fund La Raza. Why would this mega elite family creating a $100 billion eugenics fund that openly wants world government, why would they fund a group that says for the race everything, for those outside the race nothing? When Planned Parenthood's stated goal from its founding is to kill Hispanics and blacks. Well, they're going to use the third world desperate population that's national.